Hello, I'm JJ, and this is a very happy wrestling fan. But there's some things I want to pick up on because I'm not a very happy wrestling fan. I have just watched All In. It's took me bloody ages. Yeah, that's the Doctor. You can see we've got Doctor Who in this side, and then we've got Goofy's hat in this side with a Marie onesie and some pyjamas. The joys of filming in your bedroom. I ain't got dressed today. Because I'm not well, and so I have to start watching this show, but I'm not going to start with the 0 hour, I'm not going to start with the main pay-per-view, I'm going to start with the end. The main event of the night was shorter than the Okada and Mighty School match. Now, I've just looked on NoDQ.com, and according to that, it went, the match we meant to get was 30 minutes, meant to be 30 minutes longer, and the Okada and School match went 12 minutes over what it should have done. So the final match felt very rushed to me, so it hasn't got a full 5 stars, which it probably would have done if it went to full time. It only got 4.5, but we'll get to that later. Also, it felt very rushed to close the show off because of that. They cut Ian Riccaboni. Who was it? I've pulled it somewhere on here. Yeah, Ian Riccaboni, Excalibur, and Don Callis were the main commentators tonight. There was some special guests and stuff. I'm just going to have a strepsils while I'm doing this. As I said in an earlier video today, I've got bronchitis. I'm due one. Don't really have one now. So, I'm going to go through the show. That's the only gripe I've got about the show, really. Good show. And actually, there was a females match, which I didn't realise was on the card. I'm just going to get my notes ready. My notebook. I have to go over there because hopefully I ain't got any wrestling to review tomorrow. And if I have, I ain't doing it. There's no pay-per-views tonight, is there? So it's the first of the night for 18. Britain had World of Sport. You can see that review on my channel. And great show from World of Sport. So, we begin with 0 hour. The live pre-show on WGN America, whatever that is. If you can explain that to me, please do, because I'd love to know. Cody Young Bucks come out. They welcome the fans. They said they only got 90 seconds because of ad breaks. So they go, well, let's all blow the budget. They set off a load of pyro. Good to see pyro back in a wrestling show. Thumbs up for that. What else do we get? And then one of the Young Bucks, I can't remember if it's Matt or Nick, but one goes, yeah, let's get out free merch. And you just hear go, no, no, no. And then Pro Wrestling Tees come out and fire a load of t-shirts into the crowd. And then we get an advert for Pro Wrestling Tees saying you get 30% off if you use the promo, or some sort of percentage off if you use the promo code ALLIN. I'm sorry about this, guys. I might edit that out. I probably won't, because I don't know how to edit things out very well. We open up the night on 0 hour. The first match of the evening, which is classified as a pre-show match, is Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. SoCal Uncensored versus the Briscoes. SoCal. So I haven't watched Ring of Honor for a while, but obviously the Briscoes are heel now. When I saw it, because SoCal Uncensored was over big in this match. Some great shirts, great match, great commentary, high-fly moves, back and forward action. You know, the stage looks awesome. I'm just going to say that. Everything looks great. There's mentions of companies helping, which included Impact, New Japan, Sierra Mal, loads more. I didn't get all of them. Where's the end of this match? Is it on the next page? There's a belly over the top rope suplex where he goes to the outside. There's Hurricanes through the ropes onto the floor. Sky goes over the top. Dragon Sleeper through ropes. You know, all sorts of things going on. You know, Mark and Briscoe net break off the apron. This is a very indie styled match for the opening match. OCal censored, 4.5 stars. Then we have an interview with Omega backstage. Female Omega says there's no, you look at him, mentions the fact she's got a leg split and we don't do that to make him look taller. We don't do that in his company, That's quite amusing for me. You know, a bit of kayfabe. Basically says tonight is to make this night the live in memory. and make every match be in living memory. And I realised I thought it was being done by Cody and the Unbox and Amiga, but it's only been done by Cody and the Unbox according to the Wikipedia page. And also NoDQ.com says that, yeah. So, if that's the case, then there must have been some miscommunication in the back. I don't think that's going to cause any problems between those guys, because even though the main event went shorter than what it should have done, it was a good main event. Next up we have the Over Budget Battle Royal, featuring so many freaking names I don't remember, so please give me a second, because I have closed down the internet by accident, and I wasn't meant to, because I was meant to read you all the names that were in the All-In, but... And now you can look at my hand for a minute, and I'm going to probably get that stupid thing on the screen again. Oh no, I didn't. I'm just going to move you over a little bit for a second, so I'm not centralised. All-In, and it was a sold-out crowd, and they didn't get the main event they should have got. So you had, you can do this because I can put it up above the screen, so I can have you still centralised. Haha. So in that match was Jordan Grace, Moose, Rocky Romero, Colt Cabana, Ethan Page, Brian Cage, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Jacobs, Marco Stunt, Brandon Cutler, Punishment Martyrs, Austin Gunn, The Hurricane, Tommy Jr., Cheeseburger, Bully Ray, Chuck Taylor, and Trent Beretta. There's two people not mentioned in there, and I'll get to them in a little bit. Basically, this was a battle royal which was a bit chaotic because the wrestlers were going on the outside and using weapons. There was weapons brought in the ring by Bully Ray, not brought in the thing. Cheeseburger does a stunner to Jordan Gray, Jordan. There's a lot of moves in this, and you know, Dream brings in weapons. Bully is cutter. And the bit I liked was the ending. So Bully throws Colt Cabana over the he throws Colt Cabana over the top rope, and we all think, oh no, Colt Cabana's out, of course, but oh no, he's not won. You know, he's won. Then this masked wrestler gets in the ring, throws Bully Ray over the top. Turns out to be Flip Gordon. So Flip Gordon gets the match later on in the evening against Jay Lethal, which wasn't as good as it was meant to be, I don't think, in my opinion. As I say, you might have a different opinion on this show than I do. So that has only got where was it? 4 stars. So far on the pre-show, you haven't done very well. You haven't got a 5-star match. We got 4.5 and a 4-star match. So, and the only reason I got 4 stars was because it was a brilliant laid out battle royal for me, and it was an entertaining battle royal. And later on in the show, certain matches get my attention so much I forget to write notes, including my Score No Card match, so there's only certain notes I made. So I'm going to have to use my memory, looking if I only just watched it. So moving up with CZW World Champion. I don't know if he is champion now, because there was another show recently and I haven't seen it yet. Versus Matt Cross. MJF is amazing heel. His heel work is awesome, and in this show he did really well. And MJF and get gel well. They did a great match, in my opinion. Basically, I didn't write many notes on this. I was watching it too much because I like MJF from CZW. But the ending is just a shooting star press. 1, 2, 3. Matt Cross wins. I've only given this a 3 stars. Not a 4 stars. To me, it was just a warm-up match to show you what the show is going to be like. It was just these two people agreed to do it, so we're just going to put them in a match, basically. That's how it felt to me. Probably not the case, but that's how it felt to me. It's only got 3 stars. We get told that Chris Daniels is going to be back, but instead it's Nick Aldis, saying that he's not going to leave out the title because it's his destiny, his golden dream, la-di-da-di-da. Typical promo. Sort of stuff I write on TWE. Watch it. Then we have Chris Daniels taking on Stephen Amell. Former Arrow star. Was in WWE, I swear he wrestled at WWE SummerSlam, so it would have been better if we had him versus Cody Rhodes. The rematch. Someone please book that. Of course, not a Stardust. No, we're not allowed to mention Stardust, are we? Cody will have me shot in a minute. At least I'm too small for him to find me. And we have the whole reffing show, Jerry Lynn. You know, the excruciating chops, tables are out. Amel's looking brilliant in this match. Daniels attacking the chest and working on the back all the time. Amal's going. Oh, the Stephen Amell does a coast to coast. RVD lives. God, I've already been recording this for 10 minutes. Jeez. And I'm only on the second match of the show. Flip. Quick roll up. Yeah, so Jerry go. So they both end up on the outside. Amal moves. There's a kick out. After that, this is an awesome chant. After that, he kicks out, and then there's some sort of moves, and Chris Daniel rolls and pushes him off the table. Amal goes to jump on him with an elbow, but Chris Daniel rolls off the table, and Amal goes through. Holy shit chant. Jerry Lund's count him. He starts counting, rolls them both back into the ring. Then Chris Daniels gets in his face, he rips his shirt off, and he's got some sort of t-shirt underneath. And then basically it's a quick roll up, 1, 2, 3, kick out. Sorry, 1, 2, kick out. Then it's the best moonsault ever. Daniels wins, 4.5 stars. Handshake after. They have a handshake and show appreciation to each other. Another nice little match. And the thing about these matches, some of these matches, I was so enthralled with the matches that I forgot to write certain things down. And I'm looking at this now and I'm realising that's quite a short review. But, that means it should be a 5-star match. But in my opinion, it was a 4.5. It wasn't that long. I would have liked a longer match. Certain spots in there felt a bit, forced. Especially the table spot. I'm not saying anything to you guys, but that was forced. You could tell that Daniels, because Daniels fell on the apron, not on the table. And he literally rolled off the apron and rolled onto the table. No one would do that to themselves. Next up is the match I didn't expect to see tonight, but they haven't got the female wrestler of the night. Nor is it there isn't a male wrestler of the night, because everybody is a male wrestler of the night, and every match was a match of the night, in my opinion. This show is so out of the world. But there is a female wrestler of the night because someone blew me away more than the others, unlike the males. So I wasn't enthralled in this match. I just, it was a 4-way, 4-corner survival match. There was so much going on that it was very difficult to take notes. Green's character, Chelsea Green, I swear she was formerly known as, I can't remember what her name was, but she was in TNA, and she would get, she was in that weird storyline. She held the title where she was a bride, and then she didn't get married, but she's kind of continued that gimmick over, but she's made it her own now, and it is a freaking amazing gimmick. Reigns crossbodies are amazing. Blanchard spears are good. Shoulder into the post. There's a Zack Ryder spot. This does get an awesome chance. Tessa Blanchard wins. I wouldn't pay much attention to this match, to be honest. It wasn't something that I was interested in, to be honest. I'm not a big women's wrestling fan. I will admit that now. There is only certain women I enjoy watching wrestle. And to me, this match was just there because you got 4 women and you wanted to put a women's show match on. And certain spots felt a bit rushed. It felt a bit not very well spaced. It's got a 4 stars for me. It was a pretty good match to watch. And it was enjoyable to watch. But I wasn't watching it properly. I'll admit that. I don't normally watch wrestling properly anyway. I normally play on my game. But when I'm reviewing, I do watch it properly. But this time I was a bit distracted doing other stuff. Because it wasn't, it wasn't a Knockouts division match. It wasn't a Women of Honor match. It wasn't a, don't even get me started with women's wrestling in WWE. An NXT women's match. It wasn't exciting to me. It just felt like, here's 4 women, here they go wrestling. A lot of these matches, like Chris Daniels and Stephen Amell, had a story to it. This is why Matt Cross and the other match and the Briscoes one and stuff, you could tell there was history there between them. And that's why MJF and that didn't get a very high rating, in my opinion, as well. It's because there wasn't much going into it. Later on in the night, we get some controversial stuff. But this match was just like, here's 4 women from 4 different backgrounds, throw them into a match together. And I do like the fact they did mention that Tessa Blanchard is now the Impact Knockouts champion. But there was only the only time we saw the championship bouts on this show, which really upset me a bit, was when they were on the line. So you only ever saw 2 bouts, not even Kenny Omega carried the IWGP title out around his waist. So, in my opinion, that was a frick up by the company. And I think next, if you do All In again, that's probably something you need to look into. Is you had Don Callis there. He's the producer of Impact. Hey, can we use your Knockouts title? Can we put the title belts on? I think this show would have done better with that sort of thing. There was only one surprise appearance of the night. You could have done a lot more. I forgot to mention they also got Road Warrior Animal out at the beginning, didn't they? Because they said they needed a massive fan favourite legend to appear. So they got Road Warrior Ammo out on the bike. Or was it Hawk? I can't. No, Hawk's the one who's passed away. So I don't remember. But if I've got the wrong one, it was one of the Road Warriors. Whichever one's not passed away. Mate, that sounds so horrible, don't I? Just give me a second while I quickly do something. Whatever's needed. No, can we have him as an occasional wrestler, please? So yeah, I am booking TNA at the moment, or trying to book TNA, but oh right, no, I need to just go here, don't I? So you all get, this is for next week. So I've got this week's done, so this is next week's episode at the moment I'm booking. I will tell you now, ahead of time, that TNA had a week off, which is explained very well in a promo, because I'm very good at doing that sort of thing. Because I only wanted to do, because I've been doing this, I ain't going to have a lot of time to get these done for next week, so. Don't know what the hell I put up there. But next up is the NWA Championship. There's a preview of it. And Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes. You had Nick Aldis come out with Jeff Jarrett, Tommy Dreamer. Referee Earl Hebner. Nice to see Earl Hebner again. Welcome back. DDP. A few others come out with Brandy as well with Cody Rhodes. And my God, was Brandy Rhodes sexy as fuck tonight. Excuse my French, but she was hot as shit. I'm sorry, Cody, but if you ever divorce her, I'm going after her. I don't care if my fiance hears that, I will. Which ain't gonna happen. Very, very weird entrances in this match. It felt very, very boxing, MMA style, with your, entourage coming down to the ring. Honestly, I haven't got a freaking lot written down for this match. There's another one. I got very happy because Kingsland's mentioned that I've been there loads. I live near Kingsland. I live about an hour and 10. My fiance actually works in Lynn, so yay, Lynn's mentioned. I'm like, so great back and forth. Nick's brilliant. The match was too good. I forgot to write notes. So there's a moment where Thingamy goes on the out. There's a moment where there's I think it's like a thing to the back of the neck from the top rope. Hebner goes to check on Cody. Then there's an X sign in the air. DDP comes out. And then Sean Daivari comes out. And my DVD is checking on Cody. Pushes DDP out the way. And then Sean Daivari gets in the ring to check on Nick Aldis. And then he gets a cutter by, then we get a diamond cutter by DDP. Yay! Better than the RKO in it, when you see the original. Cody is busted open. Cody's not giving up. Running power slam on the outside. This match is too good again. Brandy takes an elbow to the back while protecting her brother. Cody Rhodes kicks out. Then there's a really horrible... then there's basically this weird moment where they keep reversing stuff. And all of a sudden, he grabs all the legs and sits on his shoulders for the 1, 2, 3. And your new NWA champion, Cody freaking Rhodes. 5 freaking star match. I'm going to end that there. That's all you need to know about that match. If you want to know any more about that match, go and watch it. There's a big celebration for Cody. Next up is the Chicago Street Fight between Hangman Page and versus Gennaro Janela. And this takes up half a page, so this is why there's so many freaking notes. And I'm on 80 minutes. Jeez, this is the longest review I've done. Very quick start. Hangman Page is off the wall. Page does moonsaults off the top. There's, the chair's the first weapon. There's a horrible back suplex onto a chair. It must have freaking hurt. Springboard into the crowd off a chair in a Cracker Barrel. There's a Super Mario moment where Hangman Page jumps over a Cracker Barrel. And it gets rolled towards him and he jumps over it. Brilliant. More ladders come out. There's a torture rack reverser. Then a thing. Then there's Hangman torture for. Then there's a moment where he gets the hammer on to he's finished a move onto the ladder. Holy shit chance. Penelope Ford is my female wrestler of the night because she was freaking amazing. Elbow drops off for the top rope and through a table to the floor. Powerbomb off the ramp through a table. Rite of Passage 1-2. Penelope Ford saves it with the bag. Inside the bag are these cursed boots. I haven't watched Being the Elite, I'll admit. I might start watching it now because it sounds amusing. There's these Q's boost swap from the Villain Elite, and this is all based around the fact that Hangman Page had killed Joey Ryan off. We'll get into that in a bit. Basically he gets he gets hand before he fails, and it's a rite of passage off a ladder through a table for the 1, 2, 3. There's a fight on the ladder, and he pulls out a telephone, the telephone that he used to murder Joe Ryan. Bang, 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 bang on the head. And then it's a rite of passage through the table, which has been set up next to the ladder, and then on top of the ladder, through that, for the 1, 2, 3. Hangman Page wins, 5 freaking stars. If you like a good hardcore brawl like I do, I love a hardcore match. That's one to watch. I love a hardcore match, and that was a brilliant hardcore match. And to be honest, the only time we saw blood on this show, really, was Cody Rhodes. Not even in the Chicago street fight. Then the lights go out, and we see a video, and it shows Joey Ryan's dead body with his blood, and then his penis starts moving. Yeah, this is getting controversial. And then these guys appear on the stage wearing blown up penis costumes, but stand on the ramp a bit like what you saw with the Druids in the Undertaker days. Then Joey Ryan comes out. At this point, I think Jim Cornette had a freaking stroke. And he's not dead. The crowd are hot for Joey Ryan. He comes down to the ring, he's doing his entrance, he's putting the baby oil on and all that stuff. And he does all these dick moves like he does on Page. He then shoves the lollipop into Hangman Page's mouth, and then super kicks him, rolls him into the penises, and then he gets carried out by the penises. Yeah, so that happens. Next up is the Ring of Honor World title match, and heading into that match is Flip Gordon versus Joe Wright. We see him be given these glasses, and he gets whacked on the shoulder, and then he comes out as Black Machismo. And then there's quite a few moments where he's doing the Black Machismo gimmick, and it's really awesome, this match, and it was quite a good match. I didn't give it a full stars because in places it did get a bit lackluster and a bit boring, and a bit dragged out, in my opinion. Excuse me. And the best bits for me in this match, I've got quite a few notes, but I'm not going to read them all out. There's quite a few great moments with the stuff, like high-flying stuff, the 1, 2, 3s, and the quick pinfalls and the fast-paced stuff. But what gets me is the fact he keeps going, why is he in the Black Machismo gimmick? He goes after Brandy Rhodes, like, a bit of a, it's an homage to Randy Savage when he was protective over Miss Elizabeth. So it's an homage to him, and it was great. And I think I heard that was the costumes and the clothes he was wearing with the first ring gear that Randy Savage actually wore, or the coat was what he wore when he went into WCW for the first time. I might be wrong, but that's what I thought I heard on commentary said by Ian Rockabilly, whatever his name is. A great match. At one point, he gets slapped on the shoulder and goes back to Jay Lethal, thanks to Brandy Rhodes being on his shoulder, and slaps him and he goes back to normal. I was a bit confused where he is. Then I don't think I've actually got the finish on here. Nope. Switch move by Jay Lethal. Cut her through with did it end on this side? No, it ends on this sid. I haven't really properly took notes on this match because I got a bit bored of this match. Here you go. So yeah, basically then he, I think it's Randy Savage's brother on the outside. He's doing this to indicate that he realises it's not going to work. Slaps on the shoulder. He goes back to Black Machismo. He hits about 3 at this point. He hits 3 King of the Hail to the King times. So Gordon kicks out of all 3 of them. Starts doing some, big boot Hogan stuff. And then he even uses Hogan's big boot, which is freaking amazing. High flying stuff, 1, 2, kick out. Then Jay Lethal retains 3.5 stars. I've given this with a lethal collar. I'm sorry to say it's a 3.5 stars, but to me, this match dragged in the middle. I think we could have, cut down this match a lot more. It was a bit too long for me for what it was. But a nice little match, nonetheless. After the match, they shake hands and it goes into hug, and then Bully Ray comes out. And you can see that Bully Ray's struggling to get down the ramp in time because they stood looking at the wrong side of the fans for quite a bit of time, even though, they obviously know Bully Ray's coming at that point. He then attacks them, and then Colt Cabana comes out for the save, and then they do the Shield with the help of Lethal and Flip Gordon that do the Shield powerbomb through a table to Bully Ray. Next up is Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Zero and Fear. Believe me, I'm not going to say anything on this. I've got loads of notes, but do you know what? Sod my notes now. If you want to watch this match, go and fucking watch it. This broke my... I know that Dave Meltzer does this, but it broke my star scale. I've given this 7 stars. I actually give it 6 stars, but I'm going to give it 7. This was a match I've been wanting to see. This is a match... The reason I tuned into All In was to watch this match. And to be honest, I wrote notes, but to be honest, those notes don't give this match justice. All that can give this match justice is you watching it. It was the match of the night. it was a match of the century. It was a match of the fucking year. This match blew me away. Now, my interesting theory about this is if Impact Wrestling and CMML and New Japan and Ring of Honor all doing these shows together, and there could be a working agreement going on, are the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho going to turn up inside Impact? And there's been, as Chris Jericho's been linked with Impact for a while lately, I wouldn't put it past the thing. So yeah, I'm just going to go on with after what happened with the match. The lights go out for a long time, for quite a long time. And obviously there was a good reason for that. They're saying, oh, it's the first show, it's a power cut. Yeah, but we won't be able to hear you and the whole thing would cut off, so don't lie to me, guys. Come on, be sensible. Because you don't have a power cut and just the lights go out, believe you me. I live in a house where that happens all the time and it pisses me off. And then all of a sudden we see Pentagon Thingammy still on the mat. And then he gets up. And I notice he doesn't look right. Especially not his freaking arm. His tattoos look wrong. And basically it turns out to be Chris Jericho. He is a code breaker. And he's basically like, I'll see you on the Chris Jericho cruise. A bit of hype for the Chris Jericho cruise. I don't think I'm going to watch the Chris Jericho cruise because I don't think there is a way of watching it. Unless you're actually on the Chris Jericho cruise, which I'm not because I live in Britain. Can you do one that goes from Southampton and I'll join you guys? Thank you. Think about us, the British fans who are awesome and do a lot of stuff for you guys. Like give you mighty fucking skull. Tiger here is the ref. Another match which I'm just going to say, I'm not going to scrap my notes for these next two segments. So the Villain vs Mighty Skull vs Rainmaker, I'll give him the winner, Okada. Go and watch the match. That's all I'm going to say. Go and watch it. Another thing that broke my star scale, 6 stars. Go and watch it. Another great match. This match did feel rushed, but I'm going to still give it 5 stars when I learned about. But the Okada and Mighty Skull match ran over. But this match was good. 4.5 stars I've given it. But I'm going to actually put it up to 5 now. I know the actual reason why it was shorter than it should have been. For me, a main event should hit 20 minutes. It didn't for me. But I now know the reason why. So 4.5. It's going to get 5 stars. Pros. Every single match is a pro. Cons. That main event and that bit of miscommunication. Everything else was a brilliant show. Pyro, light, stage, everything, the fan base, the size of the arena, all worked for me. One thing I want to note, and I want to make this very, very clear, if you're going to watch this show, go and watch it. Beware, it is a 5-hour fan fest, really, because the main show's 4 hours and you got the 5-hour all-in show. I've not been well, so it's been a bit of a slog on me. I think on any other day, I would have enjoyed it a bit more. Oh, don't get me wrong, I loved the show, I loved it, and I've given it a 5-star rating overall. But, first 5-star rating, full 5-star rating on the show. I think Impact got it though. I think Impact got 5 stars as well, or 4.5, can't remember. But yeah, don't, get yourself comfortable to watch this, because it is a long show. It don't feel long, but when you sit down and you need a wee and you're a bit ill, it does feel long. But yeah, it's a great show. They've done really well. If they do all in again, there's some things they can learn from this. One thing is, yeah, okay, you've got Fight TV, but if you do pay-per-view, make sure you stick under the thing so they don't put all the off at last minute. Make sure that you communicate and have someone there to make sure your matches don't go over, so you can do everything as planned. For instance, you're having Tiger Oturi on the thing. He might have not known it's meant to go, he might not have been able to communicate to the thing. So normally the referee tells you that it's time to end the match. That was, probably the communication issue there, because he's Japanese. But then Okada should have been able to understand, so I don't know what happened there. But that might not have been the case. But Chris Jericho's surprise appearance when he's on tour with Fozzy at the moment was amazing. Moment of the night for me. Overall 6 stars. Film rest of the night, as I said, Penelope, was it? Yeah, whatever. The girl called who came down with Joey Janela. I have so many notes I wouldn't be able to find it anyway, even if I wanted to. Penelope is Penelope Ford. Yeah, Penelope Ford. I've now got notes galore because I've got the word sport notes here. I don't know where the other bit is. If anyone comes to my house, I think I'm mad. Yeah, go and watch it. Enjoy it. Buy it on Fight. Do what I did. Not going to compete. I'm not going to say what I did. But yeah, just go and enjoy it. It's a good show, and I watched it on New Japan World. So, it's on there. It's on. I think it's on Ring of Honor still. It's on, Fight as well. Great show. Well done, Young Bucks. Well done, Cody. Work out those problems if you're going to do another one. I think you will, because that was a success, in my opinion. And you gave Jim Cornette another stroke. So well done, guys, for that. And I will see you once again, whenever. Whether it be a wrestling review or TWE. I will always be here with you. Thank you for watching, guys.